Dion, you've really highlighted to me over the years. I think Matt and I naturally lean towards income, commission, revenue,
Yeah.
and you have done such a great job of showing the other side about, hey, it's expenses too. Again, we go back to your housing cost being negative $2,500, which is outstanding for most people. I think if they sat down and lowered their expenses, it just makes it easier to get out. What do you think of that?
Well, this topic itself is actually really nuanced. The people that are watching content like this, that retirement is at least on their mind. Mm-hmm. So is there an amount? For some people, they might get to an amount and say, okay, I made my amount, I'm going to retire. And then they're going to have to figure out how to put that money to work, right? So there's like a next step to it. But and I wrote it down, the U.S. Government Accountability Office did a study. 48% of United States citizens between the age of 55 and 65 have zero saved for retirement. So no cash flow outside of W-2. They're not making any money other than their job. And they have zero saved. So that's basically half and it's not like, oh, let's look at Gen Z versus millennials versus this is the boomers who are hitting retirement age 55 to 65, zero. So if you're thinking about this, just thinking about it, you're above 50% of average.
Yeah. Yeah. I think the key to retiring early, folks, is not a number. It is simply expenses, choices, and cash flow. And again, I would tell you it takes a lot less cash than most of you think. If I had to save 10 million bucks or invest 10 million bucks to be, I'd die at work.
Yeah, Mike, so few people would ever get there.
Oh yeah.
Like over 99% of people, because I think you're in the top 1% at like 700K. And
income wise. So I think there's two numbers, and these are from Gary Vee. Gary Vee says you're in the top 1% income in the US if you make 480 a year, and you're in the top 1% net worth if you have 11 million. So those are the two numbers I've heard.
I think it's gone up dramatically with inflation. So it's about 7. But 700. But Mike, think about how many of those guys that we knew in software that were banking that kind of money, and they still have nothing to show.
Dude, I every year. So I was at that level where, you go to clubs and you do all these things, and you're constantly around people making $500,000 or more.
Sure.
About 10% of them made 7 figures. Folks, salespeople in enterprise sales, they can make $1 million a year. There are two things that are true. One, it's very rare they do it back-to-back years.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah.
They have 1 year, they do an ELA, they do some true up, some acquisition nonsense. That's right. They hit a home run or grand slam, whatever you want to call it.
They do.
But number two, only with one exception, a buddy of mine named Kevin. Every other $1 million producer outside of Kevin changed their lifestyle. Yes. And half the guys I know went bankrupt in 3 years.
That's right. Because
they raised their lifestyle. They never repeated it. And again, so it's not about a number. If you can be like Dion and make choices and live in a duplex, it's a duplex, right?
I'm in a fourplex now. I was in a
quad, yeah.
Okay, in a quad. That makes more sense. And he gets paid to live there, $2,500. That $2,500, it's mind blowing to me that everyone watching this can do that.
Yes.
Do you want to? Are you willing to? Making that choice. I mean, Dion, you may buy a single family home now. I mean, that's something, your forever home. I think I've heard you talk about. You might. Maybe.
And that's the 1% chance that could happen. It's on the table.
Right. It's on the table. But the fact that you didn't do that for your 10-year journey or whatever it's been made you retire earlier. It just did. It just did.
Yeah.
It's amazing.